Many men falsely believe that because they are not getting dates, that once they get a date and sleep with a woman, that everything will be very easy afterwards. That it will be very easy to keep her around and to keep her interested in him. And I'm going to destroy that myth here in this video, because the truth is that getting dates and sleeping with women is the easy part. Once you have done that, that's where the game really starts. To maintain the attraction of a woman is the hardest part of dating, because many men are able to sleep with a woman and keep her around for a couple months, but very few men are actually able to navigate long-term attraction and to keep her interested in him. So the first reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because they invest too soon emotionally in a woman, because they sleep with her once and they immediately get butterflies in their stomach, and they start thinking about the white picket fence and the golden retriever and the life that they will share with her and the 2.3 kids. And you start showering her with compliments and telling her how amazing she is. And when you do that, you show that your investment in her is a lot bigger than her investment in you. Because the truth is that women need a very long time to become emotionally invested in you. But most men get this totally backwards, and that's why they end up chasing the woman. Because what you do by giving her all of these compliments and telling her how amazing she is and the life that you will share together, you show that you take her a lot more seriously than she takes you. And most men don't realize that by investing in her emotionally so early, that they turn her off, and that is one of the main reasons why women eventually just lose interest in a guy. And that's why it's so important in the beginning of the dating process that you date multiple women and that you have a lot of fun out there and that you approach it from an abundance mindset. You let women win you over, and you only start to emotionally invest in a woman when she does it first. Because only then you set up the right dating dynamic where she does most of the work and where she is chasing you most of the time. And the second reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because most men are not pacing their relationships. Because in a great dating dynamic, she builds up investment towards you over time, and you build up investment towards her over time. And you show that amount of investment that is appropriate at that time, also with the amount of time that you spend with her and how much you communicate with her. So the correct way to set up a great dating dynamic is to see her only once per week, and that you build that up towards twice per week and then 3 times per week when you have a really serious relationship. But most men are not doing this because they meet a woman, and after 2 or 3 weeks, they immediately spend 4 or 5 days per week with her. And when you do that, you show that you have no life and that you have nothing going on. And that's why women lose attraction so fast for you. Because in that moment, she also knows that you're super easy to get. You do not have other women. You give up all the mystery. And that's why it's crucial early on in the dating process. Do not spend so much time with her. Build that up slowly over multiple months, even a year, that you start seeing her multiple times per week and that you start spending more time with her. Because if you just give that right off the bat after 2 or 3 weeks, that you start spending 4 or 5 days per week with her, you just show that it has no value and that you are just super thirsty for her. So the third reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because they do not realize how much they're actually chasing her. They do not realize that the behaviors that they show that they are way too thirsty for her. Because they ask for a relationship, they ask her way too soon to meet her parents or for her to meet his parents. They try to move a relationship forward. They put in way too much effort. They send her good morning texts, good night texts. They communicate with her consistently. And all of that show that you are just thirsty for her attention and affection, and that you're basically asking her every day, do you still like me? You are not sure if you're actually good enough for her. The reality in dating is that you cannot show all of these behaviors to her in the beginning of the dating process. You cannot move a relationship forward, ask her for a relationship, send her good morning text and communicate with her consistently. You can start to do that over time after she has won you over and when she has invested in you emotionally. You do not give that after 2 or 3 weeks of knowing her or after the first time of sleeping with her. Because the moment that you do that, you turn her off and she will just run from you and she will never want to see you again. So the fourth reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women in the long term is because men negotiate in a relationship instead of walking away. Because what most men do is as soon as they see a behavior that they do not like or she is disrespecting him, they start to negotiate. They tell her, well, I do not like that. I want you to do this instead. And all of that shows that you're begging for her attention and affection. And that's why it's crucial that even in a relationship, that you are always willing to walk away. The moment that she disrespects you, the moment that you see a behavior that you do not like, you do not start a debate. You just walk away and you just say, well, I deserve better. I want something different. And if she likes you and she loves you, then she will happily want to adjust her behavior to make you happy. But the moment that you start to negotiate and talk about the relationship, you basically come off like a beggar and you come off like a needy guy that gets no women. Because if you're not willing to walk away despite her crap behavior, then it's just a matter of time before she walks all over you, and that will kill all of the polarity. You are no longer the leader in the relationship. You are no longer the guy that she sees as strong, and therefore the bedroom fun eventually decreases, and that's why she loses all interest in you, and that's when she starts scouting the market for another guy that is going to set boundaries and that is going to walk away in a relationship no matter how much he loves her. So the fifth reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because sleeping with women can be just a matter of luck. Because to sleep with a woman, you only need to behave like a semi-attractive man for 2 or 3 hours straight. But to maintain attraction with a woman requires you to behave like an attractive man for months or even years on end. And most men are not able to do this because they are thirsty beta males. Most men eat away the attraction that the woman had for him very slowly. He made a little mistake here, he made another little mistake there, a little bit too much investment here, he texts a little bit too much, she behaves badly, she disrespects him and he doesn't walk away. He chases her too much, and that's why eventually she just loses attraction for him, and then she starts scouting the market for another guy basically. Because what you need to understand about women's attraction is that your mistakes accumulate over time. Because men think, well, I sent her a good morning text, I put in a lot of effort for her, and I tell her how much I like her, and she is still with me, so therefore there is nothing wrong with this kind of behavior. No, there is, man, because you are slowly eating away at the attraction that she has for you. You cannot be over-investing in her constantly and telling her how much you like her and how amazing she is. You need to learn how to behave like that attractive man all the time, and you need to eliminate as many mistakes as possible. And one of the biggest ways is you're over-investing, you constantly chasing her and telling her how much you like her and over-complimenting her all of the time when she is with you. You need to eliminate those mistakes because then you are better able to maintain her attraction in the long term. So the sixth reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because most men cannot create competition anxiety or dread. Because even when you have a girlfriend, even if you have been married for 30 years, you always need to have other women checking you out and interested in you. And that's why it's so important that even if you're in a relationship, that you do not become complacent, that you keep going to the gym, that you work on your appearance, that you present yourself well. Because the moment that a woman knows that you are not wanted by other women, she will lose attraction for you and then she will eventually dump you. And that's why it's so important. You need to keep working on your self-development. You need to keep working on your appearance, even in a relationship. When you go out of the door, you need to present yourself very well. You need to dress very well. You need to be in shape. You need to have a nice cologne on. And you need to have women thinking, well, that woman, she is so lucky to be with a guy. I would love to steal that guy from her. Because women always want a man that other women want. It doesn't matter that you have been married with her for 30 years. You always need to have women checking you out. So the last reason why it's so hard for men to maintain attraction with women is because most men, they stop being the attractive man once they get the girl, as they say. Men will use any trick in the book to get the girl, and then once they get the girl, they will become complacent. Guys will just stop going to the gym, they will stop socializing, they will never flirt with the girl that they are in a relationship with, they will start slacking, and they will start to feel very comfortable with her. They will just stay in and watch Netflix with her all day, and by doing that, you become super predictable to her. And the moment that you are so predictable, she starts to lose attraction for you. And that's why it's so important to understand that a relationship is not a finish line. After you attract the girl, you still need to be the best and most attractive version of yourself. You need to work on your self-development. You need to keep performing as a man. You need to realize that there is no unconditional love. Because the moment that you stop being that guy that she was attracted to, in the beginning, the moment that you stop socializing and you become complacent, and you stop going to the gym, and you stop being that attractive guy for her, she will just dump you. So that's it, guys. If you listen to this and you're frustrated with your dating life and you're looking to change it, feel free to reach out to me. You can book a call with me with the link in the bio, and I'll help you to achieve that dating life that you have always wanted.